allegedly, generally, the circles where people play D&D in is kind of tight, and they don't allow new people in there. So I never got to play with anyone. You know.
DM's pretty good here. He's pretty good about new players. So this is a tough server to survive in, but it's a fun server, so you'll be fine.
I believe I've gone through 30
Oh,
characters. And we're not talking 13, we're talking 30.
30
Damn.
characters? Jeez. Okay, wait, but what I do know about D&D is, isn't there a template that's given to me and then I have to create my character within certain parameters?
Not this world. This is old school.
Only, yes,
It's pretty
but
easy,
not
yeah.
this.
So,
Not this.
yep, you'll be fine. So to get started, I will introduce you to the game real quick. So, we play old school Dungeons and Dragons here, D&D BX, D&D kind of white box and chain rules. Some of the house rules are OSR house rules. Well, all of them are actually. But let's see, it's a tabletop role-playing game about adventurers who hunt monsters and treasures for gold and glory in the medieval world of Dungeons and Dragons. That's what old school D&D is about. That's what our game is about. And it's very easy to play. So there's only 3 steps. Step 1 is the Dungeon Master describes to you the situation that you're in. And step 2 is you, the players, get to choose what your characters will do. And then step 3 is we roll dice and determine the results of your actions. Before you can play, like you said, you need a character. So we're going to create a character. We typically go alphanumerically and get everyone ready. If you already have a character, this is your time to prepare and get your character ready for the game. If you're new or don't have a character because your last character died, this is your time to create a new one and prepare for the game, naturally. This is known as our prep time or game preparation. So before we can play, we have to prepare to play. And that's what we're doing right now. So we're just going to go alphanumerically. You can kind of see how it is for the old players as they try to get the characters ready. And then when it's your turn, you'll be able to create yours. So we're just going to go alphanumerically, starting with Geese all the way down to Trent on the turn order. Just do the one in the voice channel. We're just going to go alphanumerically. So just sit tight and you'll see how this kind of goes. So we're going to start with Geese, who's playing as his character who survived in his last adventure yesterday. Jet, the son of Jet, right?
I actually have a question about retiring that character. Can I do that?
You can create a new character every game. Yeah, so you want to retire Jet?
Yeah, go ahead and keep all the equipment on that one and just transfer it to my next kin.
Okay, so you want to transfer the money or do you want to transfer all the equipment?
Both.
Alright, so first you're gonna be able to create your new character first, and then you can transfer the gear over. So
Correct.
alright, so first your new character, you gotta choose his name. What would you like?
Jet with 2 T's.
Okay.
Sense of pattern.
It's like Jet the Second, but it's with T's.
Yeah. Okay, we got 2 hit points so far.
Ouch.
Strength is yikes, 6 strength, 9 intelligence, 15 wisdom, looks like a cleric maybe. Cleric or maybe a thief or magic user. Okay. 8 dexterity, not a thief. 8 constitution, 7 charisma.
The player it is.
Most likely. Alright, you actually get a -1 penalty to your hit points, which actually bring you to 1 maximum. A lovely start.
Can I read
Alright.
Constitution?
And 4 copper pounds. This is such an unfortunate brother. Alright. He had a rough life starting out. Did not get fed well. He grew up clumsy. He grew up fat. He grew up.
Is it
physically
bad
weak.
enough I can re-roll for a new character?
Unfortunately not. He's technically
It's
still
alright.
capable of using his hands and feet, so.
Yeah.
Ah, shit. It appears that the line of geese is apparently faltering.
The next of kin have all been pretty. Well, at least the last 2 haven't been too good. Alright. They're not living up to the expectation. Maybe they'll start horribly and, you know, turn out better, right? Sometimes you have just like that
BOG.
skinny
I'm just gonna
old
run
son.
this guy.
Alright, see how far he can get. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get you some equipment. You've got a helmet, some clothing. What weapon do you want?
I'm gonna go ahead and do a. Since I'm going with cleric, I need like a. What do they have? Bludgeon or whatever.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm sliding.
You want a club? How about the close to the club?
Yeah.
Costs 4 pounds total.
Whatever he can take.
Alright.
Yeah, go ahead and give me one of those. Give me a shield, and go ahead and get me not
Alright.
plate, whatever is under plate.
You sure you want to transfer your money to this one, or do you want to just leave it on your past character?
Yeah, just leave it on my past guy.
Okay. You can always switch characters in between games. So you can actually,
Yeah,
so you're allowed to create one new character per game anytime you join a game.
yeah, that's
You
fine.
can actually switch between Jet or the other one. You can only play one at once, but if you don't want to play this new one, you can just create him and leave him at home
Yeah.
for backup.
I'm gonna bury him. Yeah.
Alright. So you want to go back to your old one?
Yeah, because that dude's fucking bad.
Yeah,
Go
the
ahead and
other
just
one
delete.
is a little
Have to
better
die.
at least.
Yeah.
At least he has
And
one
go ahead
adventure on
and
his
arm
belt.
dude with a gamison, and just give him the basic armor set. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy. Just keep him, halfway armored. Yeah, get that
Okay,
AC
so get
down
him
to
some
like 55.
gamson, and that's it for now, right?
Yeah.
From the bank. Alright, so gamson,
Go ahead and
paid from the
throw a pair
bank.
of boots on him too.
A pair of boots. Okay, so
Yeah,
14 pounds then. The cost is 14.
that's
Seven-
fine.
176 minus 14. Oh yeah, with tax. So total price. Oh wait, actually, so 5 for the gamson, and 4 for the boots, and then 1 for tax. 10 pounds total. Alright,
That's fine.
166. Is how much
Yep.
you got left. You got some boots now as well. The shoes you can
Yep,
put in your
that'll work
pack for
for me.
now in case you need to switch out. Shoes
Yep.
are nice for certain situations, like if you want to be stealthy. Boots are more squeaky than shoes. They're heavier. We'll see. Right. Okay, so that's it. Next is... That's all you had to prepare, right, Geese?
Yeah, that's all I need. That's
Alright.
good.
Thank you guys for your patience. That's Geese's turn. He just got ready. Now it's Gold's turn. Gold is gonna play his
Alright,
character
let's-
Ares. Did Ares die?
Yeah, Ares is dead. We
Oh,
killed
God.
him with we killed him with a grenade, evidently.
Okay, new character.
Evidently.
Evidently, he died to a grenade to the face because someone thought about cooking the grenade. Right, next character, female Athena. There we go. Yes, we're going with Greek mythology. I'm running out of names here.
Alright, so we had Zeus, we had Ares, and now it's Athena. Okay. Is this gonna be the heir to Ares?
Mate, it's gold. It's gold. It's
Oh, yeah,
gold.
my bad.
It's not. Yeah.
Is this gonna be the heir
Um,
to Ares?
No, it's going to be the heir to gold if she can prove herself. That's
Oh, yeah.
the point
Okay.
of
Yeah.
this.
So let's check out their scores. 11 strength, 10 intelligence, 10 wisdom. Decent so far. All
Average, not bad, not bad. Something we can definitely work with.
Okay. Dexterity 8,
Ooh.
Constitution 13, Charisma 5.
This is an ugly motherfucker.
She is, for Athena, she's an ugly bitch.
Alright.
That's kind of irony on the parents'
See.
part.
Wasn't there like a Greek god that was born ugly, made herself pretty,
Uh-huh.
and then made the other one
Yeah,
ugly? Alright, Medusa, she was turned
Yep.
ugly.
Hephaestus.
Hephaestus.
He was the gods of volcanoes and fire, the blacksmith.
Right.
To be fair, that motherfucker was strong physically.
Yeah. Hit points 2 plus
You
1,
got
3.
it?
Plus 1 for your high
Huh?
constitution. Equipment.
That's good.
What weapon do you want?
Let's see.
You've got 17 pounds. That's very good.
Fuck it. Let's keep it in line with what we're doing. A bow of sorts.
Longbow, shortbow,
Uh,
crossbow, which one?
I'm checking prices real quick. Short bow, 10 arrows, just the classic shit. And let's get some armor while we can.
Okay. We're down to 13. Do you want a heavy helmet and a gambeson, or do you want heavy gambeson or something else? Or do you want just a gambeson?
Let's go with it's copper, right? Yeah. Just a gambeson and a helmet.
Alright, you've already got a helmet, so we can upgrade your helmet to heavy. Is that fine?
No, then we're not upgrading the helmet. We're getting a small dagger.
A dagger. Okay, sure.
Yeah, I do need something for melee in the sense that if I get attacked.
Yeah. Sheath,
Angry
dagger,
spider monkey.
gambeson, price £9, down to 4. Anything else you want?
Bandages?
Bandage, sure. Knapsack, bandages, anything else?
No.
All right.
I'm gonna be going into Walmart, by the way, so I will mute my mic and just say my name multiple times. If I don't answer, I will be here.
Good to go. All right. Thank you for your patience, Leslie. You're next. So you get to name your character. Who would you like to name your character?
Geron.
How do you spell it?
Geron. Geron.
Get on. Okay. Nice. And you're Leslie. Good. And then next we're gonna see how strong you are. So these are your ability scores. They reflect your character's capabilities as an adventurer, how good they are, physically, mentally, and such. So this is your strength ability. Yours is 6, which is below average strength. He's physically not as strong as most adventurers. His intelligence is 9. He's as smart as most. 9 is average. 9 through 12 is average. And his wisdom is average too. So he's got normal hearing and sight. His dexterity is above average, so he's faster than most adventurers. Let's see.
Wait. Let me make notes. Hold on, give me a second. So,
Yep, it's on my screen
Dex is
as well.
basically speed, right?
Yep, dexterity is hand-eye coordination, reflexes.
Okay.
No,
I'm aware. I'm just in
Oh, yeah.
this specific context.
15 is your score for dexterity. Constitution, you got 7. It's a little below average. It's like your health. Charisma is 9. So it's like your personality, your looks. Alright, it's normal. It's average. Alright, hit points. You get 1 to 4. Let's roll it. Okay, you got 2, but minus 1 penalty due to your low constitution. So you got 1 hit point at the start of the game. A lot of characters start with 1. Don't be afraid. Just try not to get hit, and you'll be fine. Let's see. Money. You got some money for equipment. You're starting with a set of clothes and a helmet, but you need weapons for Dungeons and Dragons. So I highly recommend you're gonna pick a missile weapon. You gotta hunt some monsters down, right? So, do you want the bow? Do you want the crossbow? You want a sling or something else? Or do you want melee weapon?
Where's the store? You said there was some kind of store, and I had to spend my pounds on that.
You just tell me what medieval melee weapon you want. Any that you can imagine that's a real medieval weapon you can possibly purchase.
Yeah, but what are the prices?
I'll tell you. Just tell me what you want. I'll tell you. But the price, if you really want to look at the list,
broadsword.
is in the list of items channel. But that might take you too long. So if you just tell me what you want, I'll tell you the price.
Okay, a broadsword. How much is
Broadsword.
that?
Okay, sure. Yeah, the price is £7 plus 1 for a sheath, so £8. You have £9 total. That'd be nearly all your money. Is that okay? Swords are very expensive,
Oh
naturally.
my god, why is the broadsword so expensive?
Yeah, it's like a noble weapon, right? It's a very expensive weapon.
It is. It is.
A more affordable one might be a bow or a spear, right? They're really
How much is
effective.
a bow?
A short bow and arrows and quiver, total price is only £4. It's also very effective.
Okay, give me that. Give me that. How much is a spear?
With a sheath or a scabbard, not scabbard, sorry. With a sling included, it's £4.
So can I get the bow combo with the spear combo?
Yep. Yeah, you have enough for it,
Okay.
for all of it.
Okay.
Alright, so you've got a slung spear as well. You got 1 extra copper left over. You can use it to get yourself a knapsack so you can carry extra loot or supplies you find. Knapsack.
Yeah, give me
useless.
that. Give me that second. Yeah, give me that second.
Okay. Allows you to loot up. That's all your money spent. Okay, and you're ready to go. So yeah, just sit tight, and now it's gonna be Raccoon's turn. Let's see, let me fix your name.
One more question. Since I have such high dexterity, I should be very accurate with my bow and arrow and with
Exactly.
my spear, right?
You'll get a +1 bonus to hit with
Oh wow.
when you do missile attacks. So if you throw your spear or if you shoot your bow and arrows, right, you'll have +1 bonus.
Okay.
And let me change Gold's name real quick to Athena. Forgot to.
The next name on the list is Odysseus.
Gotta go. If you die. Alright. Hopefully you don't, but we'll see. Raccoon is next, so Raccoon, what would you like to name your character?
Aran.
Aaron? Okay. Or Aaron?
Ayran.
A-Y-R-A-N. Iron. Okay. Alright.
Yeah, iron.
Aaron. Okay, sure. Okay, next is your abilities. Let's check out your strength. You're very strong. One of the strongest men in
Yes.
town. 16.
That's
You're very
insane.
smart
What?
too.
Ooh, very
What?
smart.
Right. So you could be like a military leader. Right. Let's see. High, decent wisdom, good hearing and sight.
Decent wisdom.
Right. Dexterity, you got decent, average.
Decent.
Constitution 6. Charisma 14. So,
Damn, so I could be like a military general.
yeah. So you might be a little overweight due to your poor health. You might, you know, be very physically strong and smart and good looking though. Right.
Hmm.
So, okay.
How many hit points do I have?
Let's check. -1 penalty, you have 1. So, 1 hit of damage, 1 lethal hit will kill you.
Oh,
Right. I mean, most people die from 1 lethal hit in real life. If you get shot by anything, you probably will be wounded or die. Okay.
true.
Same for your character. But some characters are a lot tougher and resilient. They can survive a wound a lot longer. Okay, so money. We're gonna
Okay.
get some equipment as well. What medieval weapon do you want? My recommendation is bow and arrows.
How much is a great sword?
Greatsword is a little bit out of your range, but you can get a longsword, a 200 longsword, and that's gonna be only 11 pounds total. I think.
What
Let me double check.
advantage does that give me in comparison to like a broadsword or a bow and arrow?
The broadsword is one-handed, deals less damage, but you can use a shield in either hand, right? It's also lighter weight, faster. Greatsword or longsword, way more reach, way more damage. Bit heavier, a bit slower. A bow, very light, very cheap, extremely good range, very decent damage, right? And of course, you can hunt instead of fight. With a sword, you gotta fight. You're giving the monster a chance to kill you. So it's back and forth attacks. You and the monster are fighting, right? A bow, you can shoot and run, right? You can shoot and hide. You can shoot and then fight, right? You have way more options with a bow. That's why it's recommended. You're a monster hunter, not a monster fighter, right? In this game, adventurers are
True.
monster hunters.
Okay. I'll choose the bow and arrow then.
Very good choice. Alright, there's many options for bows. You can get a short bow or a crossbow or a longbow, or there's other options, but those are the good best ones early on. Any of those you like, or you wanna go ahead?
Yeah, I have a question. I'm sorry to disturb you. What would I use wisdom for if we were in a particular situation?
So wisdom is like for your hearing and sight. It affects like your character's ability to react to a situation.
Perception.
Yeah, it determines how good your character is at listening for noises and how good your character is spotting hidden features.
Okay, I'm sorry for
You're good.
disturbing you guys.
No, good. No worries, you're new. So if you're new, it's all good. I recommend you ask questions, especially on your turn, right? Because you're learning this first time. You'll learn as you play though, as well. So appreciate it. I appreciate though the courtesy and respect. Appreciate it. All right, Raccoon though, we'll see. Still
How
your
much
turn.
is a longbow?
Longbow kit is gonna be 6 pounds. 4 for the bow, 1 for the quiver, 1 for 10 arrows. Is that fine?
Okay.
It's one of the best weapons in the game. It's a medieval machine gun, pretty much.
Yeah, I'll take that one. Is there anything that might increase my health?
To decrease the chance of you getting hit, it's gonna be armor, right? Armor, or you're gonna have to rely on, in your situation, you're gonna want to rely mostly on mobility, concealment, cover, right? So you might not have to go for armor. In this case, you probably want to go for just overall weapons. Bow and arrow fire.
Okay.
Concealment if you want hood and cloak so you can hide easier. Let's see. But your armor, you can maybe buy some armor with your money. You still got some money left over. The bow is only costing 6
Got
pounds. You
7.
got 7 left. So if you want to upgrade, you can get body armor. It's a gambeson. You only have head armor, which is helmet. Let's see. You start with it.
If I get like a, if I have a helmet, I'd assume.
Yep, the town supplied you a helmet upon enlisting into the ranks of adventurers. So.
Okay.
So you got the helmet, your father's helm, right? the symbol of
Mm.
being a soldier, having a helmet. Okay, so you need some body armor maybe? You want a gamson?
Potentially.
It'll protect your
Yeah.
body by 5%. Let me see. Gamson. Alright, nice. That's it. So
How much does that leave
that
me
was
with?
£5.
0?
You were at 7. Let's spend at 5 for the gamson. You're at 2. You have 2 left. You can get some more supplies if you want. Do you want supplies? Or do you want a melee weapon? Or a tool? I could
Oh,
recommend
no,
a tool for you.
I should. Oh, okay.
Like a spade is good. It's good for a tool and also for melee. So you can get a pickaxe, also good for being a tool and melee. Or a wood axe. All of those are tools and melee weapons. Good sidearms.
I'll choose a wooden axe.
Okay, a wood axe. So it's actually not made of completely of wood. The blade, of course, is iron or steel, right?
Okay.
Let's see. Naturally, a full wooden axe would not work, right? It'd be a lot cheaper. But I'm assuming by wood axe you mean an axe that cuts wood. So let's see.
Yep.
All right, so you got a wood axe. 0 copper left, and you are ready to go. All right. Last but not least, thank you for your patience. Trent, you're next. And Clifford, I think is he alive? Right, he survived his last adventure. It was very
Yeah,
uneventful.
I just want to retire him though. He's ass.
You want to retire him, make a new one? Okay,
Yeah.
no worries, brother. We can do that. Every game, every player's allowed to make up to 1 new character, so we'll see. All right, Trent, new character name. What's it gonna be?
Clipper. Like clip, but P-E-R.
Clipper.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, like, you know, the lighter. I don't know.
All right, let me change the name real quick. Okay, we're gonna roll your abilities. Hope for the best. 8 strength, 12 intelligence, 13 wisdom. Okay, decent start. Good wisdom. Hearing and sight. Make you a good cleric or ranger type. Thief. 13 dexterity. Let's see. 12 constitution, 11 charisma. Okay. Yeah, yours pretty decent actually. 2 good ones.
As long
Oh.
as I can get the strength up later, but yeah.
Alright, let's check your hit points.
This is
2.
where it comes in.
And let's check your money. 7 pounds. Okay. What weapon you want?
I
Recommendation?
guess I'll just go short. I'm just gonna go short bow.
Good choice.
I was deciding go stupid and just spin it all on a flail, or just go short bow and quiver again.
Go stupid, get the flail, just stand around and wait for the enemies to get close.
Yeah, yeah.
I think you did that a few times, right? It's kind of useless, but it's sometimes useful if you're in the front and you get into a melee.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just standing around waiting your turn to actually get into a fight. Let's see.
Yeah, and then the rest just your recommendations.
Alright, yeah, you would have 3 left, so I'm gonna get you some supplies then. We'll do knapsack and tinderbox and torches. How's that? Let's see.
Yep.
Alright, appreciate y'all for your patience. And we just finished game preparation, so I really appreciate y'all's patience. Please take a 5-minute break to stretch your legs, get some water, use the bathroom. When you get back from your break, we're gonna start the adventure. Okay, so we just got done preparing to play.
Yeah,
What's up? You have a
I
question?
have one thing to ask. Okay, so I noticed there's a notes section as well, and I wonder if I can add a note to my character. Can I say that I have I've put black paint all over my body before I left the village to go hunting?
I mean, you don't own any black paint yet, so you wouldn't be able to do that yet.
Oh, what the hell? That is so gay. Okay,
You
fine.
could say you cover yourself in dirt or dust. That's fine, but
Okay, yeah, I've covered myself in mud.
that's fine. Just make sure to wash. It's medieval times, so if you don't wash, you can get infections, diseases.
Also,
Okay.
could it also affect his eyesight?
Yes, yeah,
No.
if it gets in his eyes.
No, I didn't put it over my eyes. I wouldn't put
Yeah,
mud
if you
over
cover
my
your
eyes.
body in mud just to help your camouflage, it's fine. Yeah, you're a dirty
Yeah,
little peasant, right? It's fine.
yeah.
You can help with concealment. So yeah,
Okay.
see you guys soon. Just post it in notes if you want. That your characters got muddied up.
Wait, always notes. Is there a notes channel or something?
Yeah, player, maps, notes. You should be able to post in there. Let me give you a special role so you can actually post in there. Let's see, it's the recruit role. You're recruited into into our game.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Alright. Yep, welcome to the party.
Thank you.
Alright, see you guys in 5. Yeah, come back in 5.
Sounds good.
So any questions, new guys? We've been here for a while. At least I have.
This is only my 4th game.
Hmm.
At least I
I mean, I
finally
haven't
got
been
2
here super
HP.
long, but
I have 2 HP for once.
Hmm. I
I'm
have a,
happy
I
I
have a
got one more.
Yeah, I have a question. Comparatively, in a context of percentage wise, how much less percent does one non-fatal short bow arrow shot do compared to one non-fatal spear
it's
piercing?
based on the dice roll. So go look on your list of items, and it will show like a 1d6 or a 1d4 or a 1d8 or 2d12. You know what I mean? Like, so it's very, very specific to the weapon, and then your specific modifier traits. So say you had a 15 strength, right? Your 15 strength would then modify your damage +1, right? So whatever you did, it'd be +1 if you had a physical damage, right? But your dexterity can also change that. So it's going to be whatever that number is, and then the modifier
Hold on a
number
second.
minus
Hold on a
their.
second. I'm sorry. Someone's knocking on my door. Give me a second.
Oh, you're all right. I'm at Walmart, so
Dude, there's a new Hot Wheel that just dropped.
did you pick it up?
Not yet. It dropped like
Why are you letting new
yesterday.
stuff fall on the floor?
Hold up.
All right,
Someone just offered me a gun to blow my brains out. Thank you very much.
you're welcome. Who has the most experience here right now? Don't tell me my
It's you.
character is. Ah,
No,
fuck.
I think wait, didn't we start the same night? But I think you've been in here more because you're up at more oddball hours.
It would be based on the experience, so on the character, because my last character got, completely ended in the cave.
We're all
Only,
freshies.
yeah, only 30, only 30 flying things decided to eat me. No big deal.
I think you're the best though because of it health wise.
Oh man, my character is bad though.
None of us
They're
have
bad. They're down bad or they're bad.
This character is just rough. My last character was 15, 15, 13 on everything else, dude. It had like great stats.
It's been a while since I've gotten a good stat. Ares had a 17 in strength, but he died within like a 5-minute period.
That's how it happens, man. Yeah, you literally came in the game and you're like, ooh, yeah, good stats, and then immediately died. I was like, oh, come on. You're all right, brother.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was talking to people at Walmart. I'm not sure what we plan on doing because the world state's kind of rough right now in this game. There's like 2 wars going on, so you guys may end up joining for some nonsense. And if you want to risk it for the biscuit, you guys speak up.
I missed the rest.
I'll risk it for the biscuit.
And when I say that, I mean for money. So if you make 15 or more copper pounds at the start, that's really good. So
Oh, okay, fair enough. Sounds good.
oh boy.
Yeah, am I too late for this?
Not late at all, sir. I
You
think
guys know where to find
you shouldn't.
backpacks on Walmart.
He is
You
late.
shouldn't be late.
I think so.
No, he's still doing his thing.
Yeah, he's still here technically on time, but he's still kind of late.
I've been missing a lot of sessions lately, so yeah, I've been waiting to join for a while.
Well, you're probably going to be able to start, but you're going to start without prep.
Yeah, I hope so.
That's what he usually does, as long as we haven't left.
Yeah, I'm good. Just gonna get some shit done. For a bit.
Welcome back, whoever
Alright,
joined.
gentlemen, it's been roughly 5 minutes. Thanks for your patience. Your break is over. And yeah, I noticed you joined in Ducky, so you can join in as brand new with no prep, if that's fine with you. Let's see. You trying to join this game?
Yeah, he asked if he was too late to join, so I think he would like to.
I've been
Ducky.
missing a lot of sessions. Okay? I'm gonna join.
Alright, if you want to join this game, that's fine. It's just you won't have time for prep, so we'll bank your money. Is that okay with you?
Alright, this is going well.
Alright, he's already AFK. Maybe we'll just...
Who?
Right, probably just drop him. They're not gonna waste his time or waste ours, right?
Yep.
Thanks.
What?
Thanks for trying, Ducky.
Okay,
Maybe
excuse
you
me.
can definitely spectate, but if you're not gonna actively respond, then I can't let you play. Right. So, let's get started. The situation that you're all in is, of course, you formed a party of adventurers recently. Some of you are returning for another expedition, but some of you are new to this campaign. And you've gathered your forces in a village called Zigdan, a small medieval settlement surrounded by farmlands. North of here and south of here are two Great Lakes, and it's surrounded by warfare. In this region, you join a force of adventurers who seek fame and fortune, right? Through the means of murdering monsters and treasures and perhaps other methods, right? But you'll for certainly be taking risks to get rewards. And with your small crew gathered here in Zigdan, you heard rumors of the ongoing war to the south. A fearsome race of humanoids. They are brutish and bullies and very, very wicked humanoids known as the orcs, pig-faced men who have been raiding across the countryside and destroyed one of our settlements to the southwest, have pillaged and murdered women, children, and men and such. We're at war with these orcs to the south, and the village Zignan needs you on the front. So you've already been offered a job, right? Upon forming a crew or entering the village, troops from Zignan have visited your camp and have requested that you join the front to the south. However, war continues over to the north as well. Beyond the kingdom of Vananir is the village of Trelcan, right? A settlement we're trying to take. Surrounding settlements we are raiding and pillaging, but they are defending it quite well, right? So you have troops holding up the trenches up there in the northlands and the border, right? Keeping us from fully invading the position, right? The village is well defended and fortified, so we can't push in, we don't have enough men, right? So until we deal with the orc threat, we cannot fully invade the north region, right? Also, reports have it that the goblins have pushed in eastward across the no man's land, the fields, and they're trying to take the field to the west of your land. This is an open field of grass. It's a territory that is providing nourishing food and supplies, and particularly is good open grassland to raise horses, right? So without these grasslands, we cannot supply our village with horses, right? Very important mobility in warfare, right? the steppe. The open steppe is being taken by the goblins, which are small, grotesque men. We have established a new war camp to the south. The South Vandermeer war camp is trying to, of course, rally men to the southern position. And you have heard reports that they need reinforcements bad. They're trying to protect the road from bandits, right? Or in this particular case, the goblin raids, right? They've been raiding across the trail, and if without this trail being safe, we cannot deliver supplies to Vandermeer and troops back to the village, right? So, and armaments. So, a lot of things going on at once. Probably is a bit bewildering for your crew. So many job offerings, right? Naturally, you can deny all these jobs and do your own thing. A lot of the crew members have done their own exploration expeditions and visited a local cave called the Cave of Zigdan, which used to belong to giant rats, then was lost to or taken back by the miners, then lost again to sturges, then taken back by the miners. It's currently secured at the moment, but further expeditions are being prepared, right, to go even deeper into the cave and clear out more dangerous sectors, so that we can loot more of the cave's goodies, salt, iron, coal, and such. Alright, it's got a lot of coal in there, peat, right, and coal from this being a flatland and once probably under the water. Alright, aside from all this, it's time to get your crew out and doing some work. And in none of the situations, you guys will get to choose what you want to do. Typically, someone leads the crew and helps lead and decide what the crew will do as a group. So that's usually the most senior member of the crew, whoever has the most experience in the team. And it looks like none of you have any experience at all. You might be coming from experienced households, but none of you actually have experience. So actually, anyone can volunteer to lead this crew. Whether you're new or old, it doesn't matter. Any volunteers who wants to be captain?
I will
let a
lead.
brand new guy.
Okay,
run.
you go. I will lead the crew.
Aryan, you volunteer to lead this crew.
Okay.
That's fine. Yep.
Yeah.
So Iron, Iron, you're the captain of the company, and anyone want to volunteer as sergeant? If not, Iron can appoint someone sergeant. if
I'll
they-
be Sergeant. Iron, if you have any questions, ask me. I'm going to allow you to run this how you want. If you need questions answered, shoot me a question.
Alright, so
Okay.
basically the role of
Thank
captain is you're the caller. You call the shots for the crew. You represent the needs and wants of your party, right? Like what you think they want to do. Naturally, if they're against you, they can elect a new leader or they can take action on their own, right? But typically you'll speak and decide what they'll do, and if they want to do something else, they can tell me. That way we can move more smoothly as one cohesive party, right, or unit. Aside from that, your assistant, helping you to lead and lead smaller crews if need be, is your sergeant, your mapper. He maps out and provides you options. If you don't know what to do, he can give you some ideas, right? He's your backup or side, right-hand man, and that's going to be Jet. He volunteered to be your right-hand man, your sergeant. Is that fine with you? Or do you want someone else to be your sergeant, your assistant?
That's fine.
Okay. So he will help you lead this crew of 5 adventurers across the land in search of gold and glory. And what do you want to do for work today? It's a summer day, it's currently May, and you have all these job offerings. What do you want to do for work?
We need to help the forces clear the bandits.
Alright, you want to help
Oh,
clear the trail? Or do you want to help
It's a good call.
attack the hills?
I think we could kill a couple of bandits, gain a little bit of experience in hand-to-hand combat or archery.
Okay, you want to patrol the trail? They need reinforcements at South Van in their camp.
Yeah.
Okay, so your troop will move out. The rumors are goblins typically attack small groups or caravans, right? Your group is considered small, so you might get attacked. So be wary. If you take the trail route, be ready for an ambush, right? You can move along the trail. You can move off the trail if you want, but you should be watchful of what lies ahead on the trail, right? It could be an ambush. Okay, you guys okay with that? You guys want to patrol the road and secure the position? Look for any enemy positions right on the trail. Attack the positions
Let
if you
Captain
find them.
make the calls. Whatever Captain wants, I'm with.
Good to go. Yeah, Iron, what do you think the crew should do? Take the trail or something else?
Is there any possibility we could do a little bit of hunting as we're how urgent is the matter of reinforcements?
The reports came in last night, so as soon as possible, right?
Okay, well I guess
Whether
we'll
you
be on
help
the
them or
trail.
not, right, the world will continue either way. If you help them, you can get rewarded. If you don't, right, it's not like you're gonna get punished, but the region will, possibly.
We'll go on the trail.
Take the trail. Alright, good to go.
Just
Captain's
take the
leading you
trail,
down the
yeah.
trail, perhaps past the cavern of Zigden, and toward the southern Vandermeer war camp to the west, across the open fields. It is roughly a 3-mile trek, so it should take you guys are a medium equipment crew, moving at 2 miles an hour. On the trail it's 2.33 miles an hour, so it should only take you about an hour and a half to reach the Vandermeer camp. So let's get to rocket.
Easy.
Yep. So you left at 0800 hours. You made your way through the fields along the trail, past the Cavern of Zigdan's trail, and let's roll for encounters. On the way there, there's a chance to encounter monsters, and there's a chance to spot enemy patrols, right, or ambushes, right? Any movement of the goblin activity. What's up?
DM, I have a question.
Yeah.
How do the dices work? So if it gets to what certain thresholds, when is there something, when is there nothing, and when is there a...
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll give you an idea of what's going on here. So what I just rolled was a wandering monster check. 2 ones would have indicated that a monster was encountered within the hour that you traveled. It was a super low chance to encounter a wandering monster within that hour. So if I rolled 2 ones, the DA is rolled for the hour of the day. So it's 1 in 8 every hour in a shift. The 1 in 6 is just the chances of actually encountering the monster. That was of course failed, so there's no monster encounter in the farmlands at least. And now we're rolling for signs of goblin activity, right? And if there is, we'll see if we're surprised or if they're surprised, right? So you'll see. So first we gotta roll to see if there's any indication of goblins in the first hour. Nope. So the first hour is rocking clear, right? We got half an hour left to get to Vandermeer, and there's one more chance to encounter the enemy position. So again, a very low chance to encounter a wandering monster in the grasslands. Yep. No wandering monsters encountered, and of course we'll roll to see if we encounter any goblin activity on the trail. Safe travels. After roughly an hour and a half of rocking to Camp Vandermeer, you can report in. Right, you reach the campgrounds along the trail up ahead. The trail is actually garrisoned. Right, like you can see, it's blockaded halfway down the trail. Right, so between the 2 settlements, you've got a camp and a blockage on the trail. Right, so a large war camp built along the trail. As you approach, you can see guards just outside of the southern half, right, behind trenches and wooden palisade, right. So you approach the position, and the guards, of course, from a distance, prepare their weapons against you, right, behind the palisades, behind the trenches. And as you get close enough to hear and see them clearly, or within speaking distance, they ask you to halt, state your business, or identify yourselves and state your business, right? One of the guys call it to you like, "Halt there! Morning, gentlemen, but please, identify yourselves and state your business on the trail."
I say, "Hail, good sir. We come receiving a message from you fellow Vandanerians, and in need of help. And now we have arrived."
Okay, very good. So you just roleplayed, that's very good. And you also get a reaction check. This is the reaction check of the guardsman, right? So the guardsman's gonna roll reaction, and based on what you say, you can get a bonus or penalty, right? So you said something positive, favorably, you spoke favorably, so you get +1 bonus, right? You were respectful, and you actually did what they told you to do, so you stated who you were, and your business on the trail, so you get +1 bonus to the reaction. Reaction determines if they react in your favor or not in your favor, basically. Low is bad, high is good. And you also
I've
check
got
your
high
charisma.
charisma, eh?
Yep. So your charisma will affect it, give you an extra +1. You look good. You talk clearly. Your character gets a +1, so
good.
+2 total. So it's an 8. So it's a pretty decent reaction. They're still quite uncertain of who you are and what you have to report. So the guardsmen say, "Very well. Please wait there. We are bringing a sergeant will be with you very soon to gather more information from you before you may proceed." And not long after, a sergeant and a few men approach you with crossbows and polearms carefully, and they carefully advance toward your position. Right, they don't have their weapons loaded or aiming toward you or anything like that. They just are on guard, and they let you know as they approach and say, "Gentlemen, if you have not heard, this trail is no longer safe. A small group like yours may not fare too well on the trail up ahead. I must warn you that we can perhaps escort you back to the village of Zigden at this time, Perhaps you were not warned, but you should not travel the trail without a crew of at least a dozen. The goblins are known to raid with about maybe 2 dozen at a time, so 6 of you would be wiped out within seconds. So again, I warn you, if you continue on the trail, we can escort you, but if we have you on the trail ever again in these dangerous times, we'll have to charge you next time. It is currently the trail is currently banned from random travelers, right? You cannot just travel this trail because then you could get killed, and it's our job to make sure the trail is safe and that anyone who travels it does so in a safe manner. And your crew is way too small to be traveling this trail. You understand?
There is no need to fear, for a crew like mine knows how to handle a couple of bandits charging at us during the night time. We come with help and kindness in our hearts, and we just want to assist.
He reacts negatively and not in your favor. He shakes his head and says, I applaud your bravery, sir, but again, I cannot let you go any further without an escort. So we can take you back to Zigdan, or we can escort you to Vananir. But then if we see you on this trail again, we'll have to either arrest you or charge you for an escort. So where would you
Okay,
like to
you can
go? To
escort
Fort
me.
Vananir or to Zigdan?
To Fort Vananir.
Very well. Please come into our camp. Right. They lead you to the camp, and
Okay.
you wait around the campfires, and soon there's a small team that's going to lead you to Fort Vananir. They're going to protect you. So even though you were trying to patrol the trail yourself, they are helping you to get to Fort Vananir because they think you're just random travelers. They don't realize that you guys are hunting goblins. You can let them know, but they'll laugh probably and think, how can your crew of 6 hunt some goblins, right? So, anyway, the guardsmen, the soldiers
Little do
on the
they know
trail.
we're the A-team.
There's 18 of you, maybe. You all fight as if you're 3 men. Let's see.
Well,
there's only 5 of you, right?
we're just
Actually, not
good.
even 6, only 5.
No. He didn't say the 18. He said the 18.
Oh, the
Yeah,
18.
sure.
Yeah, yes, of
Yeah.
course. Maybe he doesn't realize it. But anyway, you're joined by a crew of 7 escorts willing to take you to Fort Vananir, right? They are soldiers from from the southern camp, and they're gonna escort you and make sure you get there safely. It should only take about an hour to get to Fort Vananir from here, an hour and a half maybe. But I tell you, please don't ever travel this trail again during these times. You might have heard the news, but the goblins have been raiding the trail. A couple days ago, one of the caravans were attacked. No women and children were spared. They all went missing, and the men were slaughtered. It's not a safe time. Alright, soon you pack your gear and you're ready to head out with these soldiers, right? You make your way with a small army from the camp to Fort Vananir. Maybe you can find a better job there. So far, employment hasn't gone too well. You didn't take any jobs from town and you decided to patrol the road. Maybe, hey, before you leave, do you guys want to ask for work here at the camp?
Can I ask him where the majority of goblins would be located? Just as curiosity.
Tells you the goblins have camps positioned to the south of here. 3 camps have been spotted, right? Each camp consists of roughly 3 dozen goblins, right, on average. And for this camp that you're at right now is only armed with about 20 troops right now. 20 to 30 guys.
How many?
I'd like to ask the commander if we may be able to hunt here at South Camp Vananir and gain some experience.
Nearby, you want to patrol the vicinity? Yeah, if you want, you can stay at the camp and help patrol the outskirts of the camp. If
Can
you want,
we
you can do that.
leave to Vananir maybe in a couple of days if that's
Hey,
a
Captain.
possibility? Yep.
So if you want to patrol around the campgrounds, that's fine. Any free service or patrol is fine. They just tell you to, if you're gonna patrol for them, you're gonna help work with them if that's fine with you. If you want, you can work together. They can hire you on
We
as
can work
guardsmen,
together.
and basically you
No
would
guardsmen,
patrol,
then.
right, the campgrounds or the outskirts of the perimeter. If you hunt any goblins down, bring their heads back to the camp. They'll pay you for it, right? Naturally, it's indirect payment. So
Excuse me. And when getting paid, are we then able to purchase things from the store with the money we made?
Yep. You won't be able to purchase anything at the camp. This is a war camp. But once you get to Fort Vananier or back to the village, you can purchase new gear.
Wait, so I can't barter with the soldiers at the South Valley?
Well, this is a camp, right? I mean, you could try to buy their gear, but they're not selling the gear. This is a duty station, right? There's soldiers stationed here.
What about the possibility? What if I wanted to stay over at South Camp Vananier? However, at nighttime, the very night before we leave, we assassinated someone, confiscated their gear, and then left with their gear. Could we do that?
Brother, you trying to get us
There's a
I
lot
would be
more
very
than
suspect
We don't
of
have
you,
any
right?
thieves.
You're the only
Yeah, we don't have
traders
any
here,
thieves either.
so.
again.
We don't have what? I'm sorry, what?
Thieves.
Oh, we don't have any thieves. Well, what I was thinking was maybe as a group we could just gang up on 2 guards and then kill them as a group, 5 versus 2, and then take their gear and then leave at the same time that we take their gear. Is that not a possibility?
These are your
I
countrymen,
think we're gonna
right?
have a bounty
You're
for our
your
friends.
adventures in the Kingdom of Vananier, right?
Wouldn't that, like,
Imagine
make a
if you are
bounty
like an
for us?
American,
Yes,
you're an
yes.
American missionary, and these are American soldiers. So you're not in the U.S. services, right?
Yeah,
But
but
you're
what if
fighting
we
alongside.
wanted to become? What if we wanted to become
You would be caught
enemies?
easily, right? Like they would know it was you after you murdered one of the guys. You're the only visitors in camp. So
I'd like to confer with Leslie.
Okay.
Captain,
With Gordon. Gordon.
please, okay? Look at my
Get on,
class
get on.
before you recommended something.
Yeah, my name is Get On, by the way. So
Yeah, oh yeah, get on. Sorry.
go on.
I speak with Garen privately. I say, listen, let's try and see. I wanna stay around this camp for a couple of days, and I am in favor of your plan if we can come up with some sort of excuse and say that these 7 men were like we were assassinated on the trail by goblins, and the 7 patrol units were killed. If we can come up with some sort of plan.
I got a plan.
Oh no.
Okay, so how about this, Commander Ada? How about we do go on patrol? We do work for the South Camp. However, we only say that 2 patrol guards from the camp should come with us, and as the 2 patrol guards come with us, we can say that they got killed by goblins.
No, I have a big brain. Can I infer with you guys real quick too?
No.
Okay, hear me out.
Brother.
Night
Yeah.
1, we all stay there. There's 4 of us, right? No, 5. So night 1, there's 5 of us. We all try to kill 1, right? And we take the murder weapon and blame it on 1 guy in their group already, okay? 1 by 1, we blame murders on them.
I do want to let you know that you are scheming and discussing plans at their campgrounds. There are men around listening to you guys, right? You're in
Yes,
their
but
camp
we're
talking.
whispering. We are whispering to one another.
Yeah, we
Oh.
whispered.
You're whispering around the fire,
God damn it.
right?
Around the fire. Wait, excuse me. You did not tell us whether it was day or night time.
It is day. It is daytime.
Okay, daytime.
It's
okay.
been daytime.
A fire.
Yes, you're sitting around the fire in Camp Vananier, right? You're inside their camp. You're sitting among their soldiers.
I see. I see.
I recommend.
They can hear you
as,
guys
We
talking
should
right
also
now,
try to go
right?
deep into the caves.
They're mostly just
Hey,
chuckling
Cap.
and laughing at your plans, right? They can all hear you
Cap,
whispering.
let's just go up to the fort.
Is what
That's
we
gonna be the
would
best
have
thing we can
done.
do.
Is what we would have done, but it
Nah.
seems that the members of the South Camp Vananier are as perceptive as we heard. Look at them, they've heard our entire plan. Bravo, guys, this was simply a test.
You're in the camp
God
right now,
damn it,
right?
please
If you
don't
left
do
the camp and whispered outside the camp, it would be fine. But you're in their camp right now, right? They're watching
I
you.
know,
You're
that
the
was my
visitors.
response. That was my response to them listening to
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, like you're sitting with him right
Um,
now, literally, right? You're sitting among their.
I'm more
troops.
curious to know if these guardsmen would be more interested in helping us travel south to help clear off some of the goblins that we heard were down south before venturing up into the fort of
Those are
Vannon.
orcs. Those are not goblins. Those are orcs.
No, there
Well,
was a
it's like
chance.
little goblin. It's a goblin camp, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, but
Yeah.
but when we crossed the path and we came to South Vaninier camp, there was a chance of us encountering goblins. So since that chance exists, there should possibly be goblins back there who went back on the trail, wouldn't there?
There is a chance on the trail, correct? Right now, what's happening is the goblins are coming from the southeast and they're going into the territory that we are currently in, and they're moving all over the place in this area. So yes, we may encounter goblins, but also the random encounters may encounter other creatures, not just goblins.
And our encounters, if successful, will help us gain the valuable experience that we need.
And weapons. Yeah.
Correct, but goblins are one of those things you got to be careful with.
Are they
I
dangerous?
was almost
go
wondering, maybe
They are
we
very
should
dangerous.
They attack in hordes, so basically our
Yeah.
party is not big enough for us to take on
Well,
goblins.
Right, so
If
We said there
go
was
for
about
came in-
20 in
the
Vannon.
South Vaninier camp
We got
is
5 of
enlisting
us.
troops. You can be enlisted into their ranks as mercenaries if you want.
Correct.
You can request to be
Yeah,
hired, but they hear your troop out, they hear all the stuff you're discussing, and they're like, listen, brothers, appreciate the jokes and the idea of it, attacking our camp tonight, but I'm gonna have to ask you to move on and prepare to be escorted to Fort Vaninier.
We attacked in Vannon.
Right, so the 7 guys that were
No.
assigned to escort you are with you. They're sitting
Okay.
with you, ready to escort
Okay.
you to Vaninier. Remember I rolled 7, right? So there's 7 guys sitting
Okay,
on
we'll
the
go
fire
to
with you.
Vannon, but is it? We're just curious. I'm curious to know if there are any sorts of things we can or creatures we could hunt near Fort Vanonier that will help us gain valuable experience because we're
While we're
inexperienced
going
soldiers.
Right.
While we're going north, we can keep an eye out for encounters, so like caves and different events like
So your
that.
troop was also
shrines, any
reported,
event.
right? What you have discussed has been reported to the higher ups. So one of the camp sergeants has approached and has notified you that, just reminded you that, you know, he came up to your crew and said, gentlemen, I've heard some perhaps strange discussions. I just want to let you know that if we do see you on this trail again, you will be arrested. Understand?
Oh, fuck.
Alright.
But we're
Now
being
please
escorted
allow my
to
men to
Fort
escort
Vanonier.
you to Fort Vanonier.
need
You
to
may
go-
conduct whatever business you want when you get there. But if we see you on this trail again, you'll be arrested outright. Right? Take care. And the 7 soldiers tell you to pack up your gear and begin marching forward. Right? They'll be escorting you. They'll be behind you, watching you head north. Right? So, is that fine with y'all? You guys ready to be escorted to Fort Vanonier? Unless you're
I'm
headed
not
back to the
sure,
village.
I'm not sure. I'd like to. How many? Okay, when it comes with a short bow combo, how many arrows do I get?
Yeah, 10 rounds.
Okay. We may move ahead. I'm fine with going.
Alright, you guys ready to head out with these guardsmen?
Very
Soldiers?
well.
Alright.
Very well.
So
We
you're with
shall
7
move forward.
Vanonier soldiers, okay? And they escort you to the fortress of Vanonier, right? The kingdom's fort. So you're on the trail, you're up ahead. They are keeping their eyes on your crew, making sure you get to Fort Vanonier. So they watch you advance, they protect your rear, and you got an hour of rucking to go, an hour and a half of rucking. So let's roll encounters.
Is
Safe
that a
travels.
fucking goblin?
Safe travels. No. Alright, second hour, the half hour. Safe travels. No encounters. An hour and a half later, so you left our camp at, we got through the camp at, was it 2 hours? No, an hour and a half. So, we got there at 9:30. We stayed and discussed and made plans for an hour. So we were at 10:30 we left. So another hour and a half later, it's now 12 in the afternoon, right? So it's 12 at noon, and it's lunchtime. Your crew is pretty hungry. You make it and you approach the outskirts of the fortress, which is surrounded by a few hamlets, right? A settlement around the fortress. And that's where they leave you, right? You make your way past the countryside toward the buildings, and then the troop, you know, depart. They say, "Take care, brothers. This is as far as we go." Uh, safe, safe travels, right? And they head back south, right? And one of them reminds you on the way out, you know, best not see you again on this trail until times are safer, gentlemen. And they head out, right? So the 7 troops made their way back to their camp, and you guys are free to go. You're now in the surrounding village of Fort Vananier, right? So you're in the surrounding settlement. Do you guys want to do anything here? Right, it's just a few homes, buildings, workshops, villagers
We should
about.
probably find a place to eat.
Yeah, you guys want to go eat lunch?
Yeah, if we're hungry.
Maybe.
Right.
Do we
We've
have
made no
money
money
for
yet,
that?
sadly.
We
Uh,
we don't have money. Do we?
How are we gonna find something to eat?
Alright. So we gotta get food on the
It's not
table,
that
and you gotta
good,
get
man.
paid. If you want to make some fast coin, you can go gambling, right? There's probably a tavern here you can go gambling at. You guys want to go gambling? Make some quick money?
Only one of us have
Hold on,
money.
hold on a second.
What does the rest of the crew think, guys? How are we
Wait,
feeling?
how? Commander Aiden, do we even have penny to spare for gambling?
Only
Well,
one
I've
of
got
us does.
Someone in
Let
the
me
crew
check
has
my
some
back
copper
pocket.
pounds, but naturally you
Two
don't
people
have to
I don't
gamble with
gamble.
money. You can gamble with equipment, right? If you have
Wait, how
valuable
many-
gear, you
Oh,
can make bets on it.
okay,
Like
you
the
can
helmets
gamble.
are at least
So
worth
we
2
don't
pounds
have
of
any-
copper.
We don't have any money on us, do we?
You have equipment you can
Nope.
gamble with.
Yeah, let's go
Well,
gambling.
I have 3
Gambling.
copper coins, but we're not gambling that.
Let's go gambling.
If you want to
I'd
if you want to
like-
feed your crew, it costs 2 coppers. You can also not gamble. You can just sell some gear off to get some money and then buy food for the crew.
No, I want to gamble all my gear.
Okay.
Maybe that's kind of reckless, but yeah, sure. You want to head to the gambling table at the tavern?
Yo, what do you guys think?
Well,
you're an
ultimately,
idiot.
it's your life,
Bro, I feel
fellow
like we should have gone
soldier. But
caves.
I have a wooden axe here that I could potentially use to gather wood and then transport it to the fort to maybe sell for some copper,
A hard day's work.
so we can.
Yeah.
Fuck.
A working man.
And it's
can
only
cut down enough
midday,
wood
so
to
I
make
feel like
maybe
if we
a
use the
couple
rest of
pounds.
this day's time to gather materials, we could sell it for some copper and then use it to have a nice big dinner
I like
and
how
then prepare
creative
for
it is.
tomorrow's ventures.
Right.
Instead of,
By the
I have
way,
a
every
question,
game is 1 day, so when the day ends, the game ends. So it's already
okay,
afternoon.
So that, yeah, dude,
We
DM,
attacked the soldiers at Fort of Vannon.
Dude, wait, DM, listen, I'd like to ask,
Do not.
are there any herbs or vegetation that might be sold at the Fort of Vanania in the surrounding area, maybe in a 50-meter radius?
Rare herbs could be found
Oh.
in the forest directly west of here, but these forests are known to be very dangerous. Naturally, these are grasslands. There's like no trees out here. Little to no trees, little to no herbs. If you want to find rare herbs, you have to venture into the dense woodlands west of here. Right? It's like a jungle out there.
Should we
Rare
venture
herbs.
into the dense woods, Commander Aiden? Should we venture to the dense
I
By the way,
believe that
your
would be a
job
good
though is
idea.
to raid and pillage. You're adventurous. You raid and pillage monsters, villages and such, right? You get money. You go into dungeons, kill their children, their women, their men, right? That's your job. You're currently not doing your job, right? If you want to do your job, you'll have to
Okay,
visit
where-
places like that. Monster lands, right? You can find caves to the west maybe. You saw there's a cave here, a local cave you can do that at. So if you're not sure what you're supposed to be doing right now, you're a monster hunter and a treasure hunter. You steal money and you kill people or monsters, right? Not your own people though.
Yes.
These are your countrymen. You wouldn't kill them because you would have no one to sell your money to, or sell your loot to then, right?
However, we are aspiring monster hunters. We don't have any experience whatsoever.
To get experience, you have to kill your first monster. To find your first monster, you have to venture into their territories.
Uh, Lieutenant, is it Lieutenant Jet or Lieutenant or Sergeant? I forgot.
We've got Sergeant Jet and we've got Captain Iron. It's medieval ranks for your party, right?
Okay.
Captain's in charge, Sergeant's second.
Sergeant Jet and Captain Iron, I plead that we head west to the forest, and if we do encounter a wandering monster, we may kill it and finally get some experience and call ourselves actual monster hunters.
I second that because sadly we can't go south anymore due to oh wait, not south.
Yeah.
We can't go
We
down
would
the
have
more
to
side of the
sneak.
cave because of getting arrested. So I second going
My
north
dad
south.
died in a cave. Last thing I'm gonna do is die in a cave. Hell yeah, let's go to the woods.
All right,
Yes. What do
into
you
the
think,
woods.
Commander Iron?
We're going.
Captain
I'm following the
Iron.
captain.
Captain
What's your
Iron.
call, Captain Iron? What's the party
My
gonna do?
my call is that we will head into the west, into the woodlands. I will gather wood and other materials. We will find and gather food. We will hunt animals for food. We will set up a campfire for the night, and we will cook that food and eat it. Hopefully, on the way, we may find some monsters to train our skills on.
All right. So first objective is to travel west. If you want, you can observe and look for animal sightings or tracks. In that case, you move at half speed, but you would be like looking for tracks on the way, or surveying the landscape for any animals or monsters to hunt. You want to do that? It's also known as hunting.
How long would it take for me to? Oh, we could hunt because we need food.
Yep, you can
So
hunt on
I
the way there,
suppose that.
right? Hunting means you're
Okay.
tracking down game, right? Monsters or animals.
Yeah,
Alright,
we will
so in that
do
case
that.
you move half speed. This is a mile and a half to get there. So instead of taking roughly your crew an hour to get there, it'd take you guys about 2 hours to get there. Because you would be, of course, hunting
Uh,
on the way there. Looking for signs of monsters
I'd
or
also,
animals to kill.
Captain Iron. I'd also like to suggest that Clipper be the one that does the reconnaissance for potential hunting that we can do, since he seems to be most experienced in the matter.
I believe we can all use our wisdom to
Wisdom will
track
help you
down
track down.
game.
Exactly. So
Wait,
whoever
wait,
is
wait, wait,
leading the
wait. Is
hunt,
dungeon?
what's up?
No, I have a question, DM. Is that how it works? If we while we're traveling to the woods, you probably gonna have to roll to see if we encounter any animals, right?
Yep, you encounter any signs of animals or monsters in the region. Right?
So, so whose wisdom are you going to be using, or are you going to be using all of our wisdom?
Well, it'd be
Is it one of
the
those?
it'd be the actual hunter, so the one we're following. Naturally, if we're all looking for tracks, uh, I mean, we're all going the same way. You know, we're all gonna see the same track, right? So, uh, yeah, we'd use all of your rolls, but that's only you're rolling to see if you actually um, see a hidden one, right? If there is one to exist in the first place. So we got to roll to see if one even exists, and then you would roll to see if you can actually like follow it or identify it, or see it in the
Okay,
first place, right?
okay,
So
okay.
with a crew like yours, though, you would probably see it in the, you know, when you have more than one person, more than six pairs of eyes or whatever, it's a really high chance you would actually see it, right, as you travel. If you're all hunting, you're all putting your eyes on the ground. Naturally, not all of you will be doing that. Some of you will be on guard. So while some of you are observing the landscape for tracks and signs of wildlife or monsters, some of you will be, of course, leading the way. Some of you will just be on guard, weapon ready, ready to fight, right? So naturally, if you're a hunter, you're, of course, observing the ground for any animal droppings, tracks, or signs, right? Any other signs of an animal or monster passing through, so that you can track it down and then hunt it, kill it, right?
Okay.
So search and destroy, right, is hunting. That's what you're doing if you're hunting. You're looking for monsters slash animals to hunt, and then you're gonna kill it if you can follow and find the monster, right? All right, yeah. So let's see if we encounter anything on the way there first. So in that case, the chance of an encounter is this is a mile and a half of rocking here, so 2 chances possibly. First chance we got is a wandering monster check. 2 ones indicates there is. Next we're gonna check for animal signs. Alright, first hour of rocking across the grasslands. No signs of large game, no signs of monsters, and clearly there are signs of small game. So as you made your way across the grasslands, small game was actually hunted by your crew. If you have a bow, you can hunt small game on the way. This would be like peasants, birds, rabbits, and such, right? So clearly, small game is out here to hunt. Naturally, it's all over the place in the fields.
Yes, okay.
Every now and then you would see some.
Okay.
So any bowman in your crew could actually snipe some of these animals down, right? That
I would like to.
consist- I think everyone has a bow, right? Does anyone not have a bow? For some reason.
I
Yeah, everyone has a bow.
I would say My men, if you do see any small game, please tell me about them, for I have the highest chances. I'm very skilled at a bow and arrow.
Yep. So basically, you don't have to roll to hit small game. Small game is different. Small game is automatically hit and kill pretty much if you're hunting. You just roll to
Oh,
see how much small game you
Oh,
collect,
okay.
right? So on the way there, you're hunting small game. Like anytime you see a bird or a rabbit, you guys would fire together. You would gather some meat, right? Basically, every hour you rock, you can collect 1 to 6 pounds of meat, right? Every hour you're hunting. So uh, basically, we're gonna go down the list 'cause everyone in the crew is a hunter. So they all have hunting
Alright.
weapons. So starting with Jet. Oh wait, it's a 1d6 roll. You acquired 4 pounds of meat, whether it be 4 birds, 1 large rabbit, right? It's just 4 pounds of meat, right? So we already collected some food, right? That's pretty good. So we got 4 pounds of meat so far. So this is protein, small game, protein, right? So we got 4 pounds now, and then next is the next hunter on the way is Athena hunting, alright, small game. She acquired 1 pound, so maybe she saw one like peasant,
Damn.
shot it, collected 1 pound of meat from it.
Yeah, I was looking for bigger tracks. We're hunting big game tonight, boys.
And then Geron collected 3 pounds of meat, right? So you got maybe 3 shots or 3 hits, whether it be peasants or ducks or something in the field. You shot 3 pounds worth of meat. So we are at 8 pounds total as a crew. So good job. Looks like the most kills so far is Jet. But these are not monsters, so you don't get any experience for them. They're just animals. Iron, you got you hunted 1 pound, sadly. Alright. You got
I
1
was
shot.
standing guard, making sure everyone was safe.
And Clipper got 2. So we're at 11 pounds of protein, which actually is enough to feed you all, right? Because everyone eats only 1
Okay.
pound per meal. There's 3 meals in a day. So this will be enough for dinner for sure. You've already hunted dinner within an hour of hunting. Next is the second shift, right? You had 2 hours in the field. We're gonna roll for Wandering Monster. Oh, we already did. We already did for animals as well. So we're gonna do small game again. Half an hour of small game hunting. It's 1d3 this time instead of 1d6. It's only half an hour of hunting in the field. So half an hour of hunting in the field, 1d3. We'll check with Jet first. Jet hunted down 1 pound. It's 1d3, so it's 1d6 divided by 2, right? So Jet got 1 pound of meat right there. Athena got another 2 pounds. Garan got 1, so we're at 4 right there. Iron got 3 that time, so we're at 7. Clipper got 2 that time, so we're at 9. 9 added to our 11, we're at 20 pounds worth of meat, right? That's pretty darn good for only an hour and a half of hunting small game across the field, right? An hour and a half later, you guys have accumulated 20 pounds of delicious protein, right? Wild game meat. And you make it to the forest. But that was
Nice.
roughly 2 hours of hunting, and now the time of day is late
2
afternoon,
p.m.
right? So you might want to set camp soon or end the day's work, or head back to town, right?
I'd like to inquire how many pounds did I get in total?
I just pulled it all together. So the party's currently loading up. They've got 20 pounds collectively.
Yes, but how many pounds did I get specifically? Because I need to know so I know how many arrows I have left.
Oh no, the arrows are
Or did I?
retrievable. Yeah, you're not in
Can I
combat, so
retrieve them?
none of them
Okay.
break. Yeah, you're able to retrieve any arrows fired. It's a small game.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Alright. It's usually your arrows are no longer retrievable if you fire in combat, because usually you're shooting against armor, and that's when the arrows will snap. So, or against a wall.
Okay.
But out in the open, shooting into the grass, your arrows can be retrieved. Shoot into a small animal, your arrows will be retrieved. The bones are not hard enough to break your arrows, or anything like that. Small game, peasants, rabbits, and such, right? No deer. If it wasn't a deer, maybe it would snap as you pull it out, right? So, or bend. So, but yeah, your arrows are fine. All retrieved, all perfect conditions, still pretty much. Alright, the hour of day is well, you got to Fort Vananier after an hour and a half wrecking with the troops. You left their camp at about 1400 hours. You got there at 1530. You traveled across these lands for 2 hours. 1730. It's 5:30 p.m. The workday usually ends at 4 p.m. So you're actually working overtime today. You were doing a second shift of work, evening shift. Do you guys want to You guys want to keep working today? It's only 5:30 p.m. Or do you guys want to head back
Yes.
to town and cash in for the day?
We should continue work.
Keep hunting. We still got daylight. It's only 5:30 p.m. But the sun sets
What
around
do
6 or
what do
7.
the troops think? What do they want to do? Do they want to keep working, or do they want to go back or set up for the night? Set up
I
maybe like a campfire.
come on, excuse me, Captain Iron. I suggest we take camp outside of the woods because we have more risk within the woods to get attacked by anything dangerous in there.
Would you want to continue working before we head back to the fort, or
Today, if you guys
No,
want to make money, best bet
You
is
could
to
also
go
hunt on the
making
way back to the
meat.
fort as well. That'd be 2 hours back. By the time you get to the fort, it'd be 7:30 p.m. Then you can end
are
the
we
day.
able to sell some of this game we catch?
Yep. Yeah, so protein basically it's how you the standard price when you sell it. You can sell 6 pounds of protein for 1 copper pound, typically. Or no, it's
How much? How much
it's
would
sorry,
it
It's
take to
12
feed?
pounds. 12 pounds of protein typically
Okay.
sells. Or let me double check. Let me go on list of items. Let's see, protein. It's at half
3 per
price when you
one.
sell it. So yeah, so it'd be 6 protein for 1 copper. It would be doubled. Because you have it's half the value when you sell. So yeah, you would have to give 6 proteins to get 1 copper. And if you want everyone to get paid today, you have 5 members, you need at least 30 pounds of protein to get everyone a day's wage, right? A day's wage is 1 copper. That's like making $10 an hour,
Okay.
right? 100 USD. So if you want, yeah, we're at
Athena,
20 right now, so you should keep working. I would recommend
Athena,
it.
Yes.
Athena, if you agree with me, I'd say we head back east to the fort and we hunt some more. What do you think?
I think we should try big game.
Yep, you can hunt big game
In
on
the
the way
fort.
back too. There's a chance to hunt big game, and there's a chance to uh, there's an automatic chance to hunt small game on the way back, right? Because there's small game living out here in the fields,
Yeah.
buried in
So
squirrels and such. Yep, we can try to see if we can still keep our eyes open for large game or monsters. We got large game, we got
Let's do
small
that.
game, we got
Very
monsters.
well. We will
Wanna do
keep
that?
an eye out for big game. However, we will travel back before nightfall.
Good to go,
Yeah.
Captain. Alright, Captain Iron leads you back across the field from the woods. He does not send you guys into your death, right? He sends you back to the fortress. And naturally, you should be able to get back to town. It will be a long day of work. You'll be working 2 shifts today, sadly, but you get paid, right? So, naturally, a villager works only 10 hours a day, maybe, and gets paid 1 copper. Today, you're working maybe 20 hours, and you get paid, or maybe not 20, but maybe like 12-hour day. 12-hour work day, get paid 1 copper. But it's mainly because we didn't start work until noon, right? Because the first part of the day, we were actually looking for a job, right? So we started actually working, and today's job was you guys chose hunting for your job, which is actually a medieval occupation, right? So
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
yeah, pretty standard occupation, and you get paid a day's wage for your hard work. But
Yeah, we
if
have a
we make
chance to
enough,
find big game
Yep. And
or
that will give you
even
a lot
more
of money.
small
You
game
get
to be
big
paid
game.
even more.
Wait.
Yeah,
Also, secondly, I have a question, DM.
good
You
to go.
say that we work for approximately more than 10 hours or something like that, but our travels weren't that long to the edge of the woods. How is it that we've worked for so long? That doesn't make sense to
It
me.
was a 2-hour trip to the woods.
Yeah.
You left
So
the
it would
village
be
at 2
4 hours.
p.m. It's
3:30.
or no, it was 3:30 p.m. right? Yeah, you left it at 3:30 p.m. That was agreed on. So it was 15:30 when you left the fort. You left this camp at 1400.
So,
So 3:30 p.m.
so
and then 2
basically,
hours
that's two
here.
hours,
Yeah, it was 2 hours
and
to
then
get
2 hours
here.
back.
Half an hour of
Yeah.
planning and discussion when you got to the woods, right? So it'd be 6 p.m. when you actually started making your way back to the fort. Is that fine? And by the
Yeah,
time you get to the
that's
fort,
fine, but
it's gonna be 8 p.m.
that'll be four and a that'll
Um,
be four and a
the
half
workday
hours.
began at
Huh?
8 o'clock in the morning. So from 8 o'clock in the morning to 8 p.m. that's 12-hour difference. That'll be a 12-hour workday. So you get back to town. Your workday would end at 8 p.m. You start work at 8. You ended work at 8. So yeah, it'd be a 12-hour work shift. Is that okay with y'all?
Okay.
But yeah, it's fine.
Okay, no, I'm just making sure because I understand that we were traveling for the other time, and I didn't know that that was included in working time. I thought working time was just hunting and
Oh
on
yeah,
our
no.
way to the forest.
Yeah. I mean, either way, you could have considered that just you could have not considered that work. Some people consider it work to commute time, right? Get into work, right? Um,
The
It's up to you.
the reason why I'm asking is because I want to know for future reference
Yeah.
whether we can make back and forth trips and possibly accumulate 50 pounds of meat if we wanted to forward to
Probably.
that plan.
But eventually
Okay.
you're gonna start hunting monsters. Monsters is where the real money is. So you can see the rate you're hunting. You're hunting at the rate of like an NPC. NPCs do this kind of hunting. They make 1 copper a day. Whereas adventurers, they hunt one giant rat and make 5 copper pounds, and that's just like an hour of hunting, right? Or even less, maybe like a minute of hunting. It takes you only 10 seconds to kill a giant rat, and you made 5 copper pounds from that. And it takes a peasant 10 hours to hunt like 30 pounds of small game or whatever. I'll make 1 copper a day or something. So it's up to you what job you want, right? But each one is more dangerous. Hunting small game is very safe. Hunting a giant rat could get you sick and could get you killed if you don't do it properly, right? So
Yeah, but the way I see it is we done 20 pounds in 2.5 hours.
yep.
So if we worked for, I don't know, like let's say for example we worked for 10 hours, then we'd be able to we'd be able to have what's that?
In the
Two
future,
and
yeah,
a
if
half
you
hours.
if you worked a whole day of just hunting,
So
yeah,
we
you would
had
probably
eight.
accumulate a good amount of food. But keep in mind,
Yeah, we'd have
you need
8.
breaks, you need lunch, right? So, and most workers don't work the actual 10-hour shift. They work like 8 of the
Okay,
10.
yeah,
So,
so let's say we'd have a minimum of 60 pounds.
yeah.
That's still 10
Yep, you
copper,
might
I
actually be able to profit even more than 1 copper a day. Exactly. Yeah, if you're lucky.
You'd be making 2 copper.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty good occupation. Village hunter, 2 copper, that can get you
Okay.
your day's meal, right? Because a day's meal is 1 copper. It feeds you throughout the entire day, and the other copper can go toward your rent, right? Where you're gonna stay for the night. So maybe if
Fucking
you're
course
unlucky
you
this
had to
day,
get
you can make some
taxes
profit,
involved.
right? So, alright. Yeah,
Okay, so
don't talk about taxes because taxes are there too. The village will tax you for protection fees every year or every
When
month.
tax comes, you
So,
go to jail for
Well,
a
I
good
feel like
week.
we've had a very successful day, boys. We've traveled all
alright,
the way to the
let's
fort
wrap
of
up the hunt.
Vanity, and we've made money to eat for the night.
we
We
still
may
need
not
to head
find a
back.
We
place
still
to
gotta
stay,
head back.
but
We're still planning right here. We're
yeah.
still at the woods. Okay, let's begin our travels back and see if we get any goodies, right? So we did a good amount of planning, talk about business, talk about money. It's very good. This planning is a very important process of the whole, activity. Okay, we'll see. All right. So no monsters encountered. We're gonna check for wild animal signs. Okay, so random wild animal signs. There's a very low chance, but there's still a chance. Naturally, if you have a wise crew members, they are able to follow the tracks possibly, right? So, all right, there are no signs of wild game, giant wild game, or large wild game out here. In this part, at least, let's check the second area. Second area for monsters, none, and for wild game, none, except small game. So this is 2 hours worth of small game, or an hour and a half of small game. Yeah, an hour and a half. So it's an hour and a half of small game of hunting. So that's basically 1d6, and then I'm gonna just do an average for the d3, which is 1. So it's gonna be 1d6 plus 1 for everyone. Okay. So everyone's gonna get 1d6 plus 1 pounds of protein for these out for the hour and a half of hunting. All right. So let's do it. Starting with starting with Jet on this next shift, you accumulated 6 plus 1, 7 pounds of protein from this from the trip back to the fort, right? So we're at 27 now, thanks to Jet, or Jet with 2 T's, right? So, yeah, should be.
The same pronunciation. Nothing's changed.
Alright. We gotta change this. Okay. Did I do this wrong? No, this is Jet. Yeah, this is the actual Jet. Yeah, because you didn't play as Jet. Okay. Alright, so yes, Jet got us 7 pounds. Alright, Athena's turn. Athena got us 6 pounds. Really good. We're at 33.
Okay, so it's not possible. Nah, that's fine. Yeah, let's go with that.
Garon got 2 pounds plus 1, 3. 36 total. And Iron got us 4 more pounds. We're at 40. And then Clipper got us another 7 pounds. We're at 47. Alright, so by the time you get back to the fortress, you guys can cook up the food you just acquired. 6 pounds or 5 pounds will feed your entire crew because there's only 5 members. So you would enjoy some of the
Good.
most delicious meat right out of the game you collected, whether it be if you're into squirrel or peasant or whatever, right? You get to choose your type of
Yes,
meat.
I thought we weren't allowed to eat other humans.
Peasant, the bird. Peasant.
It's
Yeah.
it's pheasant. Like that's how way Americans say it. That's probably where.
Yeah, I know. I'm just fucking with you guys. Come on.
Oh, okay.
He's
My bad.
joking.
Sorry.
Appreciate it.
I'm tired, man. I've been up for 18 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, you have. You fucking. I don't know how you're still alive, geese. Crazy. Alright.
I do it, man.
See, we're almost done. So the protein, 6 pounds, dropping us, or 5 pounds, dropping us to 42 pounds. Selling it, it's sold at the rate of 6 protein pounds. If you want, you can try to haggle. You guys want to haggle? This could ruin your chances. Or do you want to take the standard?
I've got decent charisma, don't I? I will haggle.
Okay, so say you go to the village or the village or butcher around Fort Vananier, right? So you go to him and you show him all the small game you hunted and you're trying to sell this meat to him, right? So he says, you know, you bring the meat to him, he's like looking it over, he says, I buy the meat at 6 pounds for a copper. Copper pound for 6 pounds of your meat. Is that fine? What do you want to say in response?
I feel like some of this small game's very the meat is very tender. It's fresh. There's you know, most of it is a delicacy. You could use it in many different recipes. It's not just tiny little like pheasants. It's luscious rabbit and delicious kinds of meat that I think you'd like. So I'd like to go with 4 pounds per copper.
That's a big haggle, dog.
Okay, so you want to give him 4 pounds of meat for 1 copper instead of 6. All right, let's see what he says about that. All right, he reacts negatively and shakes his head and says, "Brother, this is locally acquired meat. We buy this meat every day from the local hunters that hunt around our fortress. I appreciate your effort, but I'm gonna have to pass. I'm not gonna buy your meat unless you want to sell it for 6 pounds. So, 6 pounds of meat for 1 copper pound. Otherwise, you can find another buyer, right? But I get this kind of meat every day. So, you wanna sell it to me or not? You wanna make it a different haggle, or do you wanna take the offer?"
5 pounds.
So if you ruin
5
this
pounds.
offer, like if you make this merchant mad, right, he won't buy your meat and you have to find another buyer. The next buyer won't buy it for us as a good of a price, right? If that makes sense.
Captain, 5 pounds, Captain. Carry me 5 pounds.
Just take his fucking offer.
What role does he become favorable?
High rolls.
What kinds?
Usually, you know, the higher the better.
But
At least a 9 is good. 9 means accepted, and higher than 9 means maybe a bonus more than accepted. So, usually 9 through 11 is good. 12 is perfect, right? It's like super good.
Oh, then I'll sell it 6 pounds. Wait, hold on. That's 6, 12, 24.
So you give in, you just take the standard deal, or you want to
30,
test your haggling skills
36.
and risk it?
Oh
for
no,
the
that
biscuit?
works. No, it works. I'll take it at 6 pounds. I'll take it.
Okay.
Because then we could sell all of it.
Alright, so yeah, you sell it at the rate of 6 pounds of meat, 1 copper. He's happy to do business with you, he says. That's more like it. He takes your meat, brings you your copper pounds. You acquire, so you got 42 divided by 6, 7 pounds total. And there's only 5 of you, so there's 2 extra. Who would you like to pay the extra out to?
I'll keep the 2 extra.
Alright, Captain keeps it.
Oh,
Any objections?
really?
Okay, Athena's already objecting. She's like, no, Captain, I want some.
I want
I
want my maternity leave.
No, just take my copper too, bro. It's okay. You can have 3 copper.
Captain, I'd like to propose that Sergeant Jit at least gets 1 of those pounds for his excellent hunting on the trip.
I will.
Yeah.
I will let him hold on to 1 extra copper, and I'll hold on to the other copper, and
Okay.
we can either decide to distribute it or hold on to it for purchasing valuable gear.
Alright, everyone else got 1 then. Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So, good job, guys. Mission
Means-
complete. No one died, and you did a normal wage day, which is good, right? It's not terrible. You still made profit, right? So Iron earned 2, 2 of you earned 2, 1 of you earned 1. You get some hunting experience, no actual monster hunting experience, because naturally, actually get experience, you have to hunt a monster. Animals are not monsters exactly. But you get some at least field experience on how hunting is, right? At least a little bit, and how the exchange works. Next time, you might be coming back with monsters to sell instead, right? And then in that case, you can get a lot more money. But yeah, good try today. Thank you all for playing. I hope you enjoyed it. That was the end of the adventure. Best of your characters will, of course, go into town, maybe celebrate, maybe just get some rest, and they'll adventure next time you come back to play. In the meantime, there'll be NPCs doing normal jobs to sustain themselves until you come back to play again. But yeah, thank you everyone for playing. Hope you
We
had fun.
attacked the
Have a good
fort of Vananir
day.
at nightfall.
No.
Not yet. You have to
So
prepare.
do we-
So that is actually allowed in the future, right? Like this is your hometown, but
Oh wow.
in the future you can actually take it for yourself, right? You can, like, this map is for the players to claim, right? Right now it's claimed by NPCs, but eventually
I really
it's
wanted
supposed
to
be
go to
claimed
that
by the
goblin
players.
camp. Would we have died?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
not the
yeah.
recommended
okay.
mission for
Yeah.
y'all. If you remember in the beginning,
That's
I
But
think
the cave would have probably been a move.
the recommended mission to y'all
That's
was
weird.
actually, I think the village recommended your crew join the force to the south. They would have assigned you a reasonable job, hopefully, to do to the south.
So, new guy, I just kind of was letting you do your thing, and I was like, I really hope we don't all die, but I was so prepared to die.
Yeah, bro, I was
shit.
just like, this is my first decent stats. But I just sat back laughing.
What do you
Yeah,
think, new guys?
good job,
though?
Captain Iron. You got your men.
That was pretty good. Well, I'm glad we're
profit.
safe and sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
A little
didn't
bit of
die.
risk,
You're
a
like
little
one
bit
of
of
the
reward.
first
Leslie,
captains that are new.
slightly scared Leslie could have gotten us killed, or Jaron.
Back at the
Garen.
camp. Yeah, back at South Bend.
Ow, ow,
Garen's a
ow,
little
ow,
bit of a
God,
schemer.
I want to bring it. So, what? Do we actually get a single experience points because we get paid 1 copper, or is that
No,
no?
you gotta get 100 coppers to get 1 XP, or kill 1 monster to get 1 XP.
100 copper to get 1 XP.
A big game classify as a monster.
Big game? Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. They would. Yeah, big game like deer could actually get you some XP if they're like a buck. So. Yep. Large game can actually get you
haven't-
experience in the field, like bears and wolves and bucks and such, right? Mooses. They're kind of monstrous animals. So you can
And I
actually get some
spotted none of
experience.
that on the way back. Okay.
What was it?
So, new
We
guy.
tried looking for them, but there were no signs. The fields don't really have really good chances of having wild game, or large wild game. It's usually forest.
We
You will
needed
have
to
like
get
deer.
out in there.
You might get horses
yeah.
out here though, right? So, in the open plains, wild horses. Sometimes deer, right? If you're lucky. But the deer is gonna avoid you at all costs, right? It's gonna be rare to see them in the daytime at least, out in the
I have a
open.
question. How many citizens are in the hamlet?
So to give you an idea of population, if you're trying to understand how the demographics work, each grid is 3 miles by 3 miles or 1 league, right? 1 mile by 1 mile supports a population of roughly 100 on average. But if it's a sustainable grid, like a high food grid, which is like farmland territory, it will double the population. So every little grid here, every 9th of a grid, it will give you 200 people possibly, or it doesn't give you 200, but it can sustain 200 people, right? So it has around 200 people living there. So this is a highly populated grid here, right? The populated areas are 4 of the areas are populated with hamlets. Hamlets sustain roughly 10 to 100 people, or house 10 to 100 people. Villages house 100 to 1,000 people, right? And then there are random houses around the farmlands too, right? People just living. There are also a bunch of homeless people too, and there are soldiers too, right? So, give you an idea, this whole grid here sustains maybe like 2,000 people, right? This grid here is sustaining goblins and people, but mostly goblins. It's currently occupied heavily by goblins. It's becoming a goblin territory. This grid is belonging to humans, right? These grassland territories are really good for raising cattle, sheep, and horses, right? It's a lot of grazing territory. These are good for growing wheat, crops, and such. These are like cultivated lands. They used to be this, but it was turned into cultivated. This is uncultivated, right? These are hills, very good for various reasons. Digging up brick, digging up dirt, peat, mining, right? Under the hills, sometimes you get like common metal resources, maybe, right? Minerals, coal, ore, peat, maybe if you're lucky, copper, salt, right? Things like that along the waters. Actually, this is flat land at close to sea level territory, so yeah, so that means like probably this was once swampy areas, right? It's flat, it's very flat. So mountain territories and forest territories are the most dangerous to acquire, but have the best resources: food, wood, gold, ore, coal, everything. But they're really hard to get, right? The humans can currently, they don't provide a good, they provide a lot of resources, but these territories provide a lot of food, right? So much land for food to grow, so it gives you a high troop count, but not a high material count like armor and weapons or yeah, that kind of stuff. So, and that means you can't have as many buildings and castles. Alright, that's how it kind of works if you're interested in learning how the demographics work here. But yeah, that's it.
Fair enough.
Yep. Thanks for
Sounds
playing,
pretty good.
gentlemen. I hope to see you the next one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just in 20 minutes.
No.
What?
But probably tomorrow maybe. I'm gonna
Okay.
might head to bed soon. If not, if I'm not tired enough, maybe I'll run another game in an hour or two. But I know most of you should go to bed soon. So if I go to bed now, I'll probably be able to wake up early and then run another game. But tomorrow's Sunday for me, so it's my last weekend day and then back to work. So, all right.
Hey, DM,
Take care, gentlemen. Thanks for playing.
What time are you thinking?
If it's tomorrow
good.
morning, around 10 a.m. JST, if not earlier. I'll try to wake up early to run an earlier game like I did today. I woke up at around 5, ran a game at 6 a.m. Japanese Standard Time, so yeah, I'll try to run early again tomorrow, but I'm going to bed pretty late right now. So yesterday I went to bed pretty early, so I was able to wake up early.
I gotta do
Well,
laundry.
hey, listen, thanks
Cooking
a
stuff.
lot for introducing me to the game, and
Thanks for joining us,
good to-
brothers.
yeah, good to meet you, Gold, Kiss, and Clint. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time on the next adventure.
Gotta go,
Yep.
gentlemen.
Yeah.
GG's.
Have a good night. Take
Thanks,
care.
guys. Take care. Good.
Yep.